Hamstring curls are a great way to target the hamstrings and the glutes, but they can be very difficult to set up at home to get an effective workout. Today, I'm gonna show you how to do a couple of different variations of hamstring curls using an anchor strap and some 41-inch loop style resistance bands. All right, so the first variation we're gonna show you is the standard lying hamstring curl. You're gonna need a anchor point of some kind. We're gonna use a Clench anchor strap, which you can wrap around any post-shaped objects, like this dumbbell rack, for example. So we're gonna wrap it around this. You can also pinch it into a door, or like I said, wrap it around anything post-shaped. You could also use a wall anchor from Clench Fitness, which is a really easy way to do this, and it takes up a lot of length, but either one works fine, whatever you need to do. The next thing you grab is your 41-inch band, and now we're going to fold it in half instead of actually using it in the lengthwise direction. And the reason that we're doing that is because this is going to increase the resistance off the start and give you a nice smooth strength curve throughout that range of motion in the exercise. So you fold your band in half, put one on each side, hook up one end to each leg. And it's gonna be a little tricky to get this in, so you kinda have to do like a roundabout motion to keep it hooked up to your legs. You might wanna wear some longer socks if you're worried about the band digging into your legs. But honestly, this orange band is usually where I start. And then like my second, third set, I'll jump up to like a red band, maybe a black, but there's gonna be quite a bit of resistance coming out of this band because it's folded in half. So step yourself out. And then you wanna get this band behind your heels like that. And then you wanna make sure you have enough tension at the bottom of the rep. So scoot yourself out as far as you need to be. You want your knees to be a little bit off the bench so that they can move. If you need to move the bench further away, do that. And then with these reps, start full extension, bring it up, nice big squeeze, drive your hips into the bench. I don't want your hips coming off like this. I want them into the bench so that all you're doing is squeezing that hamstring. Nice big squeeze, and then let it down really slow, pushing your knees together. Big squeeze again, driving those hips into the pad. And that's great form for this. I'm already feeling a nice big burn, big squeeze in my hamstrings. And that is how this goes. So if you like this content, make sure to drop us a like and let us know what you think in the comments below. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell if you want to see future content like this. All right, so the next variation I'm going to show you is a standing single leg curl. So you use the same anchor point that you did before. The goal here would be to try to shorten that anchor up as much as possible so that you don't have a lot of length sticking out, so you can tie a knot in the anchor strap to get it further under the door, or use a Clench Wall anchor, which will get you right up against the wall, no problem. So you grab your 41-inch band, fold it in half, get it nice and centered and equal, and then you hook it on to one leg, right in the ball or right in the arch of your foot. And then I got a chair here in case you need to balance or anything like that. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna slightly pick the working leg off the ground, and then you're gonna try to tuck your knee to be at the same level as your other knee. And then you just kind of bury that knee into your other knee. And then you're gonna do a curl. Nice and slow and controlled. And then let that leg down straight. And again, don't move that knee. Try to keep that thing buried into your other knee. Nice big squeeze at the top. And that's how you do the single leg standing curl. For the other leg, you just switch sides, do the exact same thing. And again, remember to focus on keeping that knee stationary and this driving leg a little bit off the ground. Sometimes I'll use like a plate or something to stand on with my alternate foot to keep this leg nice and off the ground. but if you don't have that, you don't necessarily need it. All right, so the last variation I'm gonna show you is probably one of my personal favorites, but it does require a squat rack or something to stretch a band across. And for those of you guys with home gyms or garage gyms or whatever, a lot of people have squat racks. So I wanted to get this one in because it's probably my favorite hamstring curl exercise with the band because it really gets awesome resistance and it's super comfortable. So what you need is a 41-inch band, and you're gonna drape it between, right across your rack. So you hook it from one peg to another. Keep it right on the floor. And then I like to cheat and use the bar pads and just hook it right around the band. You don't necessarily need this, but it's a heck of a lot more comfortable. So I'm gonna hook it up. And then to set this exercise up, you're gonna lie on the floor, hook the band over your heels, just like you would in a hamstring curl machine, and then scoot your knees out to get some tension on this thing to start. And again, keeping those knees nice and tight together, and while you're doing the rep, focus on squeezing those knees towards each other. All right, so you get full extension. Make sure you got plenty of tension on the band to start. Knees squeezed together, driving hips into the pad. And then you just rep it out. Big squeeze at the top and pause. Nice, slow, negative. And force everything you can to squeeze that rep all the way up to the top, full range of motion. These are awesome. I highly recommend trying them out if you can. And that's how you do the squat rack lying hamstring curls. All right, so there's 3 variations of resistance band hamstring curls that you can implement at home, in your garage gym, on the go. They work excellent. And again, remember to focus on that form and really squeeze the reps out. Hamstrings, it's really easy to get a lot of momentum and stuff like that into the hamstring exercises, and they won't be as effective. So focus on really squeezing it and controlling those reps, and we'll see you next time.